It's Conduit News Radio with Paul Harrell.
Folks, welcome back to the program. We've got Mr. Jason Dobson is with us. Jason's a candidate for state representative in District 12. The current representative there is a Democrat by the name of Chris Ritchie. And so Jason's a Republican. He thinks he can do things better. Jason, welcome back to the show, sir.
Hey, thank you, Paul. Thanks for having me.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a good morning. Nice and crisp out.
Yeah. How's that campaign going?
It's going great. We are as optimistic as we've been since we started. We've got a real good chance of winning this thing.
Remind us where District 12 is.
It's all of Phillips County, which is the Helena area, and it goes all the way down. We catch the southern half or the southern third of Arkansas County, a small sliver of Desha County, and then a little bit of Lincoln County. Mm-hmm. It's a really big district, and it's the population has decreased, so we're going to get even bigger on the next next draw. So.
Yeah, it is a large district. You think the Delta?
Yeah, we cover a lot of ground.
You think the Delta? Do you think they're going to vote Republican?
I think we might not turn these districts red, but we're going to turn out a lot more Republican votes. We're steadily gaining ground over here. People are they're just getting fed up with politics. The Kavanaugh hearings helped out a lot. The Democrats really acted childish during that whole thing. Really showed their true colors, and a lot of people saw it.
That reaction is going on nationwide. It should really worry Democrats. I saw a local affiliate. I think it was in New Jersey, and this NBC guy was going into the grocery store. He started asking these employees, these women who work for this grocery store, and they said, "Oh yeah, we can't wait to support Trump. We can't wait to get out and vote Republican because of what they did to Kavanaugh." I mean, that was what they said. They said, "I can't believe these women." Right? Completely, goes against everything the Democrat media tells us. These women are saying, "I think they treated this man unfairly."
They made it obvious that the Democratic Party in Washington is not interested in helping America. They're just interested in gaining power, and they were willing to ruin that man's life. Ruin that woman's life, Blasey Ford, by the way they handled it. Her life's not going to be the same. They didn't care. They were willing to step on who they needed to step on and crush who they needed to crush to gain power. Mm-hmm. And the people saw that.
Yeah, I think at this point, I know when the Democrats were in power, they said that Republicans were unreasonable, but I think we are really seeing how unreasonable the left is.
A new definition to unreasonable.
Yes, right? Yeah, absolutely. But if we bring this down to locally, you've got an incumbent who's a Democrat that you're challenging here, and he's voted like a Democrat down or up at the Marble Palace.
That's right.
How has he done that? Tell us how he's voted like a Democrat.
Oh, he just big taxes, big government. He's even voted on some pro-abortion things, which I think that I just can't imagine. I can't wrap my mind around anybody voting this way. So I have to believe that he was told to vote that way by his party. Second Amendment. I mean, he wrote an anti-gun bill that basically was trying to do away with the Act 746.
Really? When did he do that?
Yeah. Let's see. He wrote that bill. I've got notes here in front of me. January 24th, 2017. He wrote that's when that bill was.
Really? So
that was just last year.
Oh wow! So they're trying to, I guess, clarify Act 746. Let me tell you something. This is a huge. This should be a. Yesterday might be celebrated as a state holiday someday, because you have a judge, who just said that he referenced Act 746 in his opinion, and he said it's not unlawful to carry a gun concealed or open. Didn't mention anything about a permit. Basically saying that's not a crime in Arkansas. And it's a huge decision, and it's now basically in this opinion. It's part of judicial documents and a judicial opinion on a case that was supposed to be about Fourth Amendment, illegal search and seizure protections. And so it's incredible. And honestly, Jason, and all the patriots of Act 746 people out there who are listening, I mean, I think this is a big deal because if you pull this out, if you defeat Chris Ritchie here, you'll be able to stand, I'm assuming, for Act 746, for the Second Amendment, because I think there's going to be a push, especially now that this court case has come out, to try to take away some of our rights because they just don't trust the people with their rights.
Well, they've already met with our legislators on what was it, Every Town and Moms and Action, these anti-gun groups funded by Soros.
Yes.
That want to implement a red flag law, and some of our Republican legislators up there, leaders, said they were open to some kind of red flag law. And the red flag law is the most dangerous thing I've ever heard of in my life. It violates a number of rights, for one. And the other, what was the other? They wanted to raise the age to buy a firearm to 21.
Yes.
And they said in the meeting that they had up there openly that this is just stepping stones to confiscation. This is just a step one to gaining ground to confiscation.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going to be pushing for anti-gun legislation next term. They definitely will.
We're talking with Jason Dobson. He's a candidate for state representative in District 12. He's challenging a Democrat. This is, like he said, down in Phillips County. This is. I really think, this is a great opportunity to turn a blue district red, and the reason is just because I think there is a lot of enthusiasm right now, and I think we're going to be shocked. I just think nationwide, the media and their message and the Democrats' message, I think it's going to be rejected again. It's going to be unexpected. And then we'll just watch, I guess. I guess we'll just watch what the left does. If the American people reject them and their message again, who knows what'll happen.
Well, if we gain the House, or if we remain control in the House and the Senate narrowly, they're going to think that their strategy is okay. They're going to keep on the same path, I believe. It's going to take us just crushing them for them to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, we need to actually come up with a message to tell to the people instead of this divisiveness and this obstruction view that we have."
I don't know.
Because that's all it is.
I don't know if they'll. I don't think they have a self-reflective moment. I just don't see it happening. I don't care. There's some talk. It may be a blue wave. Well, now there are some people out there saying, no, the media is not telling you the truth. It's going to be a red tsunami, and it's going to defy, just like Trump defied all the odds. This whole idea of, when your party's in power and your president's in the White House, most of the time the other party takes back control of the House. In the off year in between the presidential election, and that is what happened. But you know what?
Right.
Most of the time, Hillary Clinton would have won, and she didn't. So, if that feeling, I don't know, if that sentiment is still out there among the American people, and if they are so, I think the media's reporting, Jason, may have very well just served to wake even more people up. He's a KGB agent. He's also a Nazi. And I think people are like, really? I've got a better paying job now than I did when Obama was in office. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're right. And Trump's approach it may be crude and crass, but it gets direct. And it tells people, hey, don't listen to those people. They're lying to you. They're fake.
Mm-hmm.
It's fake news. And it is kind of funny, but it's true. A lot of the things he says is true, and people listen.
Yeah.
People see it.
Well, his way of communication, love it or hate it, is almost the only thing. I don't think Ronald Reagan was always praised because he was able to communicate directly to the American people, and that's what they said, that he would just talk directly to the American people, and the American people trusted, and they would respond, and they made sense. The media apparatus is the way it is now. They're the gatekeepers, and
that's right.
But Trump found a solution. I mean, he found a way to get around to them. I mean, whether
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Twitter,
Social
whether it's the
media.
rallies,
Yeah.
or whether it's when they ask him a question and he's supposed to answer a certain way and then he doesn't. Oh, and then that's the story, and they can't help but report on it, and his message gets to the American people.
That's right. He talks like a lot of us talk around the kitchen table when we sit around and talk politics. But,
Yeah.
He could slide right in there with us. You know, President Obama, he was an elegant speaker, but he didn't do anything. He didn't say, he just had a bunch of nice words and strung them together, but that's about all he had.
Yeah.
Trump could sit right there at the table with us and drink coffee and talk politics, and we could communicate with him.
Obama told small business owners that they didn't build their business. I mean, it was crazy. Let me talk about. We're talking with Jason Dobson. What do you do, Jason? And what's your business?
I do a lot of things. My background is construction. That's where I made my career. Currently, I have a few small businesses. My main business right now is a lodging business where I cater to out-of-staters that come in to hunt, fish, and enjoy our outdoors and our natural resources here in Arkansas. That's pretty much my main business, but I have a few other side things. When you're living in the Delta and you're not farming, you better find something else to do to make money.
That's great. So what are you doing? You doing what kind of hunting you do down there?
Oh, we do duck hunting, deer hunting, hog hunting. Duck hunting, for by far is our primary source of income.
What are the bucks like in Phillips County? Right there next to the Mississippi River. They get
Well,
pretty big.
I'm in the Arkansas County side of the district.
Okay, you are okay.
Yeah, just south of Phillips County. We kill some big deer. We kill some. We've killed a 200-inch deer on our farm here. But 150s, 160s every year.
Wow, that's great, man. Muzzle loading season is open, or it's open tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Right.
That's gonna be fun. So you guiding people tomorrow?
No. On the deer hunts, we kind of stick just to family.
Okay, yeah. So it's the ducks. It's the ducks.
It's the ducks.
People love
duck hunting has become so commercialized down here. There's a lot of these farmers. They generate more revenue duck hunting than they do farming.
Because they lease those fields, right? Yeah.
That's right. That's right. These out-of-staters, they want to come in here, and our game and fish. Our game and fish is they're kind of putting the damper on that. They're trying to put the kibosh on the out-of-staters a little bit because of the overcrowding on the public land.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that's going to affect. I don't know how that's going to affect business up and down the Delta. The hotels, the motels, the lodges, the restaurants, the retail shops. When they limit these out-of-staters to just 30 days, that's going to affect a lot of businesses.
No, you're exactly right. And what's essentially happening. I mean, the game and fish. I mean, there are people that got stories about that, but what they did up in I think over in Big Lake. They tore out the duck blinds there and just really upset a lot of people, really hurting the economies in a lot of ways. And essentially, the game and fish comes in and says, "We're not so sure we want you to make money off hunting," when in fact it's the game and fish that's making money off of hunting.
Right.
I mean, they are the business that is making money off of hunting. It's frustrating to me. Go ahead, Jason.
Well, and you talk about how it's going to affect revenue, and when they hear that, they think about tax revenue for the state. But I'm not talking about tax revenue for the state. I'm talking about from one person's pocket to another person's pocket. The lodges, the retail shops, the restaurants. Those people are going to be affected pretty dramatically, I believe, when this goes into effect.
Yeah. Well, Jason Dobson, I appreciate you coming on the program, and I wish you the best of luck in your election on November 6th. Early voting starts Monday, folks, and so if you want to help Jason or know more about him, he's running for State Representative, District 12. Jason, where can they find out more about you?
Go to Facebook, Jason Dobson, or Jason Dobson for State Representative, or give me a call, shoot me an email, jasondobson2018@gmail.com, and I appreciate all the support I can get out there.
Yeah. All right, Jason. Well, best of luck to you, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon. We'll be having a victory interview.
All right. I appreciate that. Thanks, Paul.
All righty.